Seeing that Remy Ma wants Papoose back doesn't really surprise me. He was a true definition of that's a good man.
Is anyone else enjoying this drama, or is it just me? I'm sleeping soundly tonight knowing that Papoose has moved on with someone new, someone younger and just as amazing, but it's not Remy Ma. At first, I was shocked when I heard Papoose had moved out of Remy's house and into a new place with a new girlfriend. I couldn't believe it. So naturally, I started typing away on Google, searching for any news about Papoose's new girlfriend. My fingers were flying, typing Papoose new girlfriend over and over again, desperate to know more. And then, I came across something that made me stop dead in my tracks. The woman in the picture I saw was stunning, no doubt about it. But wait, she didn't quite seem like his girlfriend. She looked almost too familiar. As I kept looking, I realized it was his daughter. Not a girlfriend after all. They looked so much alike that at first I almost thought it was someone else. But wait, the plot thickens. I found another image, this time featuring a woman with a noticeable BBL, Brazilian butt lift. People in the comments were saying things like, "Good for you, Papoose," and "She's gorgeous, you deserve happiness." Intrigued, I dove deeper, trying to find out more about this mystery woman. Turns out, her name is Desiree Lee Benson Brockington, and she had some things to say about the viral picture. In a TikTok post that went viral, Desiree cleared the air, saying, "It has come to my attention that many commenters are making the interesting assumption that I am Papoose's new girlfriend. I am not. Although Papoose is a great man, nowhere in my caption does it suggest we are dating. If you see this picture circulating, know that I've set the record straight. It is just a picture, nothing more, nothing less." So that clears up that mystery. But no, I wasn't giving up that easily. I wasn't going to stop searching just yet. I was on a mission to find this new girlfriend of Papoose's, so I jumped onto TikTok, typing away like mad. My thumb was starting to hurt from all the frantic searching. Honestly, it was a workout. But finally, I came across another post that piqued my interest. Was it true that after all these years, Remy Ma and Papoose had finally called it quits? I found a post speculating that Papoose had simply gotten fed up and moved on. The comment suggested that while women might wait around for their men have a different approach. They don't wait as long, and it seemed like Papoose had reached his breaking point. According to the post, after all the time Papoose spent holding down the fort while Remy was locked up, she might have taken him for granted, and now he's found someone new. Someone young, beautiful, and independent. I can't help but wonder if Remy regrets the way things went down. The timing of it all makes it seem like she didn't realize what she had until it was gone, but now Papoose is gone with the wind and there's no going back. It seems like there's no hope for reconciliation, especially after everything Papoose did for her while she was incarcerated. Now he's found someone else, and it looks like it's time for Remy to accept it. People even suggested that maybe Remy was the one who had been emotionally abusive during their marriage, mistreating Papoose behind closed doors. According to this theory, Papoose had stayed loyal, but now that he knew his worth, he was moving on. No more staying in a toxic relationship. It was time to leave that behind. The comment even went as far as saying that Remy might have been the one who was reckless, and now she's seeing Papoose move on with someone else, and it's a hard pill to swallow. I couldn't believe it. This comment was really intense, making it sound like Papoose was done for good. So I kept digging, and what I found next didn't surprise me at all. I stumbled upon more comments that suggested Remy might actually want Papoose back. But honestly, it seemed a little too late. Papoose is officially moving on with his life, and based on how things were unfolding, it didn't seem like he was looking back. People were commenting how Papoose was a true good man, and now, with a new woman by his side, it might be hard for Remy to win him back. The fact that he waited for her while she was in prison, stuck by her side through thick and thin, and even helped build a family together, it makes the idea of him moving on with someone new seem even more significant. There was a sense of loyalty in Papoose's actions for all those years. And now, it seemed like Remy's reckless decisions had caught up with her. Their relationship was fractured, and with Papoose stepping into a new chapter of his life, it was clear he had moved on and was looking toward a future without the past weighing him down. That the whole situation is full of twists and turns, and I'm sure there's more to the story that we haven't even heard yet. But at this point, it looks like Papoose has closed that chapter and is moving forward with someone who truly values him. I just wonder if Remy will ever realize what she lost. Are any of you really shocked by this? Or am I the only one here who's not surprised that Remy Ma wants Papoose back? Do you think he's going to take her back? Honestly, I have my doubts, but let me tell you, I'm no fool. So I went back to my search and found something that had me thinking. Sis, what did you really expect? Remy had a man who stood by her side for 8 long years, and the entire time, he did right by her. They had a child together, and life seemed like it was in a good place. Everything appeared perfect, but apparently, that wasn't enough for her. She had a good man who held it down for her, and yet she chose to play in his face, acting like she could do better, and now she wants him back. That's just wild to me. Here's the thing, Remy. You thought the grass was greener on the other side, but you learned the hard way that the grass is only green where you water it. You gave up 80% for some fleeting fantasy, only to end up with nothing but regret. Papoose deserves to live his best life without you trying to come back. It's like the comment said, very few people are truly loyal in this life, and often we end up being loyal to the wrong people. Remy had a good thing, but instead of appreciating Papoose, she went off and made reckless decisions, and now she's left, watching him move on. That's what happens when you don't appreciate what you've got. Someone else will, and Papoose has clearly moved on. Now, you fumbled that ball. But hold up, because I remember something. Tasha K had hinted at Papoose having a new woman, though she didn't give too many details on what she looked like. I'm still digging for answers, but let me tell you, this whole situation reminds me of a pattern I've seen before, like in the case of Tiara. If you listen to what the last commenter said, you'll get a glimpse into what's going on here. Papoose stuck by Remy for all those years, and she thought she could find something better out there, only to realize that the world wasn't handing out high-value men left and right. No, darling, you can't just go around expecting everything to fall into your lap. A man like Papoose is rare. He was loyal when no one else was, and now that he's done, you want him back. The reality is that it's too little, too late. It's so interesting how people think they can jump from one thing to the next, expecting everything to be better, only to realize they've traded away something real for empty promises. This is a classic case of someone thinking the grass is greener on the other side, but finding out it's just the same dirt they left behind. The reality is, when you find someone who is loyal, you should hold on to them. Remy didn't, and now she has to watch as Papoose finds someone else. Now, some might say it's karma, others might call it fate, but what I think is, Papoose finally knows his worth. He put up with a lot while Remy did her thing, and now he's getting his own back. He's moving on with someone else who values him, and that's exactly what he deserves. She might feel some type of way about it, but honestly, it's her own fault. And let's not even get started on the whole thing where women have a good man and then mess it up for a man who's got nothing. It's crazy how they'll leave someone who's loyal, stable, and supportive only to chase after someone who can offer them nothing but temporary thrills. And then they turn around and give the same love and attention to someone who doesn't even deserve it. It's baffling, but hey, it happens. But at the end of the day, Papoose is going to find someone who appreciates him, who treats him better, and who values the good man that he is. Remy will have to live with her decisions, and that's the hardest part, realizing that you can't undo the past. If you're wondering what Papoose will do next, my guess is he's living his best life and he's not looking back. What do you all think about this whole situation? Let me know in the comments. I'll be back with more celebrity updates, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.